It's been years since we said goodbye to the Barone family, but the memories still feel fresh. For 9 seasons, we became part of your family, and you became part of ours. Our creator, Phil Rosenthal, had an idea. Let's reunite, not for a new show, but for a good cause and to reconnect. The plan was simple: read a favorite old script, raise money for the International Myeloma Foundation, and just enjoy each other's company. We missed each other. After nearly a decade together, we became more than co-workers. We became family. Phil knew the fans missed us, but he also knew we missed the magic of being together. So we all hopped on a video call. Patricia Heaton, Brad Garrett, Monica Horan, and me. Seeing their faces brought back so many memories. We laughed like it was 20 years ago. The chemistry was still there, even through a screen. The reunion wasn't about creating something new, it was about honoring what we built together. Fans got to see us being ourselves, sharing genuine love and laughter. Phil's idea was perfect. A thank you to the fans and a celebration of our shared history. It was a night of nostalgia, friendship, and laughter, all for a wonderful cause. The Barones may have left TV, but the family feeling never left us. It truly was a family reunion in every sense. After the reunion, everyone asked, will there be a reboot of Everybody Loves Raymond? People miss the Barones and want to know what happened next. But for us, a reboot is a different story, a risky one. Phil Rosenthal compares a reunion to looking at a photo album. You enjoy the memories, then close the book. A reboot is like trying to live inside that photo again, and that rarely works. We did 210 episodes. We told our story. Trying to add more could spoil the memory. The original show was lightning in a bottle. Perfect cast, perfect timing. A reboot would be under huge pressure to match or surpass that. We ended the show on our own terms, at the right time. A reunion is fun and nostalgic. A reboot risks disappointment. We want you to remember the Barones as they were. The reunion was our way of tipping our hats to the past. A reboot would try to rewrite it, and that's a chapter best left closed. Sometimes the best way to honor something special is to let it stand as it is. That's why we're content to leave the Barones in your memories. So, what's a reunion really about? It's a celebration, a chance for people who shared something special to come together and remember. Think of it like a high school reunion. You don't go back to take classes, you go to reconnect and reminisce. Our virtual reunion was just that, a gathering of the actors, not the characters. We read an old script exactly as it was, for the joy of reliving those moments. The magic was in hearing those familiar lines and seeing our old chemistry. A reunion is temporary, a one-time event, not a promise of more. It's about nostalgia, not new stories. For us, it was a chance to laugh, reconnect, and support a good cause. For fans, it was a peek behind the curtain, a reminder that our bond is real. A reunion is a thank you letter to the fans and to each other. It doesn't ask, what happens next? It says, wasn't that great? For a show about family and life's little moments, a reunion is the perfect way to come together. It's like a family dinner, old stories, laughter, and love. It's about cherishing what we had, not trying to get it back. Now let's talk about reboots. A reboot isn't about looking back. It's about starting over, making something old new again. It tries to answer, what are they doing now? But that's a tough question. A show is a product of its time. Bringing those characters into today's world can feel forced. The Barone family's charm was in their specific, relatable problems. Today, the kids would be grown. Ray and Deborah would be empty nesters. The dynamic would be gone. A reboot risks losing what made the original special. Many reboots try too hard to be the same or too different, and often miss the mark. Our show was about a young family and meddling parents, a story we told completely. Phil Rosenthal said it best. We ran out of stories. After 210 episodes, we explored every family dinner, every argument. Starting again would feel like doing it for the wrong reasons. A reboot needs creative fuel, and for us, that tank is empty. We're happy with the journey we took. The legacy is best left untouched. The biggest reason a reboot will never happen? Our family isn't whole anymore. We lost Peter Boyle, Frank Barone, and Doris Roberts, Marie Barone. In 2021, we also lost Sawyer Sweeten, who played Jeffrey. Without them, there is no show. Peter's grumpy comedy and Doris's unforgettable Marie were the heart of the Barone family. Their chemistry, their timing, their presence, irreplaceable. The show was built around their characters. To reboot without them would be unthinkable and unfair to their memory. The loss of young Sawyer is another heartbreak. The kids were part of our family for 9 years. A reboot would mean explaining these absences, casting a shadow over the joy of the show. We'd rather remember them, and the show, as perfect and whole. That's how we want to keep it. When we remember Peter Boyle, we remember more than Frank Barone. We remember a kind, funny, brilliant man. He brought depth and humor to every scene, making everyone around him better. Losing him felt like losing our own father. Doris Roberts was a force, passionate, loving, and fiercely dedicated to her craft. She was the heart of our TV family, both on and off screen. Her energy and warmth made the set feel like home. Their absence would change the tone of any reboot. It wouldn't be the same show. Our comedy was built on their presence, not their absence. We honor them by letting their performances live on in the episodes we made. That's the best tribute we can give. Their work is timeless, and their memory is sacred to us. We were lucky to have them, and we miss them deeply. Protecting the show's legacy is how we say thank you. That's why we let the Barones live on as they were. Phil Rosenthal and I agree. The show had a beginning, middle, and end. It was a complete story, drawn from my real life at the time. The humor came from those specific family pressures. We mined every possible story from that setup. A reboot would feel like a lie. It's not our life anymore. My kids are grown, the dynamic is different. If we did a show now, it wouldn't be Everybody Loves Raymond. The chaos and interruptions were the lifeblood of the original. We ended the show on our own terms, at the top. The final episode was just another day, suggesting life goes on. To undo that ending would cheapen it. We respect the show and the audience too much to risk that. Like a classic movie, you can revisit it anytime. It doesn't need a sequel. Imagine what happens next for yourself. We want the show to remain that classic for you. Why did so many people love the show? Because it felt real. The situations were based on real life. Arguments, family quirks, love and frustration. We found humor in the everyday. The show was about family, and family is universal. Underneath the yelling and sarcasm, there was always love. Frank insulted Ray, but was proud of him. Marie drove Deborah crazy, but loved her. That mix of love and conflict is what made it relatable and funny. The cast was key. Patricia Heaton, Brad Garrett, Peter, Doris, everyone brought something special. Our chemistry was genuine and the audience could feel it. The writing was top-notch, smart, character-driven, and timeless. Even a simple fight over a can of soda became a classic episode. The jokes still land, decades later. That rare combination, relatable stories, loving family, perfect cast, brilliant writing, made the show special. It's why we're still talking about it today. It was a wonderful thing. So what's the lesson? It's about knowing when to let go and appreciating something for what it was. Our show was a wonderful chapter in our lives, and we're proud of it. But that chapter is over, and that's okay. The best thing we can do is cherish the memories, not try to rewrite them. This lesson goes beyond TV. It's about life. We all have good old days we miss, but life moves forward. Be grateful for those memories. Let them inspire, not trap you. Trying to recreate the past often leads to disappointment. The love fans have for the show is the greatest compliment. By not doing a reboot, we preserve that legacy. We honor the work, the friendships, and the memory of Peter and Doris. The show remains a complete piece of art for you to enjoy forever. When you see an old episode, smile and know the joy is real. We're grateful to have been part of your lives. Thank you for loving Raymond, and for letting us be your family, even if just for a while.